Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020. Welcome back to Stocking Fillers. It is day number 15 and today we have a Moroccan international who I would say is probably one of the fancier players on this list. It is 27-year-old Moroccan left and or right midfielder Adrian Reggaeton, who is actually, not only is he Moroccan, he was born in Paris, he is French eligible as well, so obviously if you're playing in England, various other clubs in and around Europe, he's not going to count towards a non-EU player, which is always good. 27 years old, like I said, one cap to his name, spent a lot of his time recently in Turkey, bit of time, obviously I say a bit of time, quite a lot of time playing for Toulouse in France, and FC Sète, who I think also might be a French side. Now when I say he's a fancy footballer, he's got 16 flair, he's got 16 agility, he's also got some of his technical abilities, first touch of 14 as well, 14 dribbling, 14 passing, 15 technique. He's one of those little tricky players. Also, he's got some really interesting player traits as well, tries killer balls often, attempts overhead kicks, tries tricks, so he's just basically, he's the Moroccan Messi. I think that might be hyperbole, possibly. Now, in terms of level of football that I think Adrian will be good at, I think championship level football he would be quite a good signing. I don't think he's particularly good enough for Premier League football. I think he has some stats that potentially kind of limit his ability. Strength being one, he's going to get knocked off the ball a lot. He might be really good with the ball, but he's going to get, basically all it's going to take is a Watford central defender to run into the side of him and he's probably going to injure himself. But like I said, championship level football, I think he'd be perfect at. Obviously, if you're playing in France as well, he'd probably be good enough for a lower side in Ligue 1, might be good enough in Spain, might be good enough in Serie A as well, for one of the top league sides, but not one of the top sides in the league, if that makes sense. He is currently wanted by, in my save, QPR and Auxerre. So, one team in the championship and one team in Ligue 1 in France. So yeah, I was pretty much spot on with that. In terms of hidden attributes then, current ability is only 115, which seems reasonably harsh, but I think he is lacking some rather important stats. Like I said, physically, I think lets him down a bit. His pace is only 11. He's quite fast at getting there, 13 acceleration, but 11 pace, strength and stamina, obviously below the 10. Jumping reach is a 5. He's 5'6". I'm 5'6". You're not going to win a lot of headers with him anyway. Potential ability-wise, however, is 135. Now he is 27, soon to be 28 in a couple of months from the start of the save, if you start in England that is. So he might not get massively better. He might still get better. If you can get a good couple of years out of him, by the time he's 29, he might be around 125 current ability. Maybe pushing 130, depends on how often he gets game and how well he does for you. That is going to do it then for today's episode of Stocking Fillers. It is 27-year-old Moroccan left and or right midfielder. I'm guessing he'd be a good inverted winger or an inverted forward on that left-hand side, inside forward, sorry. So yeah, he's a very good player to pick up. If you did enjoy today's episode of Stocking Fillers, do remember to leave a like. If you would like to see more, hit the subscribe button and I'll be back for day number 16, I think it's 16, I've already lost count, of Stocking Fillers. If it's 17, it's day 17.